Peace and blessings be upon all my young men and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel to another video. Just before we start, I just want to remind all of you, once again, if you're enjoying the content and you want me to be bringing more of this stuff or you want me to bring specific content, just go ahead, drop a comment, like, subscribe, share it with anyone that this could be of benefit to. And today, let's jump in, let's just jump it up. Let's go ahead and jump into today's topic. So today's topic is going to be about how we have been conditioned. Right, now let me explain what I mean by conditioned. Your entire life as you're growing up, you're being fed information. You know, you've probably heard the phrase or the saying before where they would say, you know, kids have a brain like a sponge. You know, they learn quickly because they absorb lots of things. I mean, to this day, there's things that you will absorb that may change the way you think, the way you speak, the way you act. Right now, it was something great I heard from a great man that I listened to. He was in one of his podcasts, Hamza Yusuf, and he said that we're all like computers or a device that has the default settings on it, right? And then there's other things that you can add on or you can adjust to make it to your liking, for instance, or to make it, this is me. And I was like, that's very profound, because that's exactly what's happening today. And it's not necessarily you having the choice. I mean, sometimes you don't even know that it's happening. Sorry, not even sometimes. Vast majority of the time, you have no idea it's happening to you. I can speak from experience. I can speak from experience for myself, people that I've seen around me, just people that I see every day walking the street. They have no idea that they're being conditioned or been conditioned to think a certain way. You know, people think that they have freedom of thought, freedom of speech, but then they forget where they got these ideas and stuff from. They never question anything that came their way. You know, like, this is why we have so much like race wars, and we have just bigotry and just nonsense that's being thrown out there. The different types of ideologies that we have today all come from the lack of freedom of thought. Great philosopher, I believe, Soren Kierkegaard, said that man demands freedom of speech because he lacks freedom of thought. I believe that's what he said, if not, paraphrase there. And I thought, again, that's another profound saying. Why? Because everyone wants this freedom of speech, but it's like, it's a freedom of speech that you've been told to say. It's like someone's put a code into you to speak these words, right? Like, if you just sit down or assess your life and think about who it is you listen to, who it is you hang around, what it is you're taking in, and the world that we're living in, and how much it's affected the way you think, like how much has it influenced you. These are all outside influences that have got to you. You know, you just sort of like someone may come by and say, hey, like, apples are purple. And you just go ahead and go, oh, you know what, yeah, I guess that sounds right. And you just go along with it. They will come and tell you, like, you know, this pen here is a spoon. And without even questioning it, just because someone said it and they made it sound believable, you've gone ahead and go, oh, you know what, yeah, look, I guess it looks like a spoon. We've given up our minds, our most powerful, or one of the most powerful assets that a singular person can have is their mind. This controls everything that you do, controls the actions you take, the speech that the words that come out of your mouth, the speech that you create, the way you treat people, it all starts from here, doesn't it? So if you allow someone to go ahead and control what you think, it controls every part of every outcome that you take. So this is why a lot of people will tell you, don't watch the news. Don't watch, like I'm a very strong advocate of watch who it is you're listening to. Look at your friendship groups. Even your parents, if you have to. Think, why is it they're saying what they're saying? Instead of just nodding our heads along, like, yeah, like the sheep that most people are today, just nodding their heads. Oh, yeah. Instead of actually, like, we have libraries upon libraries upon libraries of books. An author has, like, I'm talking about the great authors here, have gone ahead and put their work into a book format, or just pages that someone has now put into a book format, and we just don't even pay them no mind, no attention. We go ahead and go, oh, you know what, I feel that this is why things are like this, or I think that this is a better way to do things. Speaking without knowledge is one of the most detrimental things a society can have, speaking without knowledge. Because if you speak without knowledge from, I don't know, somewhere within you, you just think this is what you should say. And then people who have either are looking for something to follow or a bit of influence, because we have to understand that in the world there are two types of people. There are going to be those who lead. Now, I don't just mean lead as oh, he's a politician, he's a king or whatever, or a queen. It could just be like, there's always going to be a leader in a group. So even if you have a group of friends, that five friends, one of them is going to be this quote unquote leader. Even though he's not got the title, or no one says, oh yeah, he's the leader of the group. If anything goes down, anyone wants advice or anything like that, who do they turn to? They turn to this one person. So there's always a leader in any type of group setting, whether it be work. If you go into like a Tesco or Walmart or whatever, you have a manager, team leader, and then a hierarchy, basically, right? Now, because they're in these positions, or they either have the label to put them in this position, the job role, or just the role, like, okay, he's our leader, or just naturally people turn to that person as the leader, you're more inclined to just listen to what this person's got to say, because not to say that you're not intelligent, or the people who follow are not intelligent, or they don't have thoughts of their own. They're just more so influenced. They're looking for someone to follow, so they are looking to be influenced. And influence isn't necessarily a bad word. If you're influenced in a good way, that's like amazing, fantastic. But it is very important that we know what it is we're talking about. Speaking without knowledge is detrimental. Now, started off by saying about conditioning, and I'll try and bring it back to full circle, because I've gone through most of my life just going. I describe what a lot of people are going through now as just going like a leaf in the wind. The wind takes you wherever it blows. There's no path, no purpose. You're falling off a tree. Your destination is going to be rock bottom. You're all the way up here. Your destination is going to be right at the bottom. But in that journey, you're going to be taken left, right, miles away, wherever it may be. And that's how I see most people in life today, how I see myself in life. It's like, oh, we're going over there, let's go. Never thinking, like, the people say, why are you taking life so serious? Or let's have fun in life. Go ahead, have fun. Enjoy life. But you need to know when to be serious. You can't just, there needs to be a switch that you flick on and off. Because life isn't a joke. Just like that, life can pass you by. Or just like that leaf that's blowing in the wind, you could be here and the next moment you're miles and miles and miles and miles away. So if we allow ourselves to just be conditioned by outside influences and the world and the society and whatever it may be, we are like a leaf in the wind getting blown around, not choosing where it is we want to go. But the moment you take control of your mind again and you choose the programming that goes into your mind and the words that come out of your mouth, you now know that I haven't been conditioned. I've thought about this stuff. I've gone out of my way to learn. I've gone out of my way to gain this knowledge. I've gone out of my way to seek the truth, then you can now be on a singular path. And I'll say it again, that path of purpose. That path of purpose. So now that you're on that path of purpose, you're not here flimsing about like the leaf. No, you're on a road. You're a car on a road that knows where it began and where it's going. It might have broken down a few times, might need to get refueled from time to time. But at the end of the day, you know you know what the destination is, and you know how long it's gonna take, and you know you're gonna do what you need to do to get to that destination. So if you take anything from today's video, ask yourself, have you been conditioned? Do you think, are your thoughts your own? Now that's a very, very complex question. Are your thoughts your own? Everyone will automatically say, yeah, my thoughts are my own. But think about it. How many other people think exactly the way you do? Exactly. And why, and what's the common denominator between you and these other people? What is it they've listened to? Who is it they take information from? What is their friendship group? Now, if you enjoyed today's video, same as I said at the beginning of the video, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share with people who you may feel will benefit from this. If you want to support the channel, there's a Patreon link down below. That'd be greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys next time.